Good morning, YouTube. Belmathuin bringing you another episode of my Let's Play series. Let's see, I think this is number 13. In the last episode, we took care of our problem with food. We have a much better food source than those salmon that we've been eating the entire time. But the little cow farm I made here, I made a few tweaks to it. I found a few issues with it. Seems like things were suffocating right in there more often than not. And I was also losing cows in there after spending all the time of breeding them up. So, what I did was, let's see if I can get down there without wrecking it. So, that block right there used to be, that was where we had our fence post. I've since replaced it with a regular block. And, so that's just a flat regular block. Then this top slab we had here, I just made it into a full block. And I dug down a little bit because these little critters kept wanting to go back towards their mommy and daddies. And that wasn't what we were looking for. What we're looking for is for them to be completely segregated so that we can, once they grow up, we can kill them, get their meat, and not affect those guys over there. So yeah, that was a pretty simple fix. All I did was took out that fence post that was over there, made that half slab into a full block, and dug down a little bit so that once the water pushes them off, there's nowhere for them to go. They're still over top of a hopper, still goes into a chest, and I took care of the hole in the floor with a couple of trapdoors. So hopefully that works for you as well, if you tried my farm. Now the big test for today, the big project for today, is to take care of our problem with fireworks. We don't have any way to currently get gunpowder in large amounts, and any of you that have played since the Elytra came out, you know that those are valuable. Plus, I'd like to get better flight duration than the flight duration 1. The flight duration 3 is my preferred rocket, but that takes 3 stacks of gunpowder and to get you 3 stacks of rockets, whereas this duration 1 only takes 1 stack of gunpowder to get you 3 stacks of rockets. So we kind of did what we had to do there. Now, I've got a pretty good idea. I got what I think is a pretty good idea for our mob farm. It's going to be the classic, well, the now classic Il Mango design. Was it Il Mango or was it Gnembons? One of them two. If you'd never heard of either one of them, definitely you'll want to check out their channels. They're very good technical Minecrafters. This design, actually let's fly so we can see it better. We've got this little island out here, and they didn't really have any purpose for it. And a mob farm seems like it's going to fit right on it. Let's see if I can land. Nope. Alright, so the mob farm is platforms that are a block in the center, and then 8 going out in all 4 directions. And then we're gonna fill, well, I don't have any blocks on me, but we're gonna kind of fill it all in so it makes a diamond shape. Now what that's gonna do is allow a water bucket to be placed on this block, and it'll spread over the entire platform, pushing all the mobs off of it. Water only spreads 8, so we have 8 going out from where we're going to put our water. And the water should come right to the tip of that block right there and push mobs off. I'm also digging the hole 3 blocks wider than this to give room for spiders or whatever else might spawn and drop down. You're not going to get very many Endermen with this farm because it's water based, and you know they teleport right out of water. So for that reason, we're only going to have the layers going. The space in between the layers is only going to be 2 blocks. And I think we're going to go down to maybe Y45, because I want them to drop 32, 33 blocks. And I'd like them to end up on around Y11 so we can have room to do our storage area and auto sorting system. Stuff like that. You know, you don't want to be at bedrock when we're trying to do that, like we had to do with our mob farm, with our spider and skeleton spawner. Ooh, you know what? Let's go take a real quick nap. So this farm is actually very effective. If you could have it somewhere, you know, somewhere between 40 and 128 blocks away from an area that you're generally going to be in, it'll just passively collect mob drops for you, because they'll be able to spawn within that 40 block to 128 block radius from you. And there we go. So basically I've got a good hour or so to actually, let's get out of here. Yeah, that figures. Stick that right there. So I did go mining a little bit yesterday. Found an abandoned mine shaft and dug out a bunch of gold and a bunch of iron, and came up here and put together a scavenged together beacon, which I guess is being protected by drowned. No, I don't want to go fishing right now. Wow. Yeah, I don't have anything else spawning right now, so those guys are coming in hot and heavy. So anyway, all I wanted to show you was that I finished the beacon. We have our haste 2, which is going to be a huge time saver for this upcoming project. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and get to digging. And I'll see you when it's time to build the platforms. And we're back. The hole has been dug. I think I filled up a couple of shulkers with smooth stone. Got a bunch of the others, granite, andesite, diorite, some coal and iron, some much needed iron. And now, at the bottom layer, all we gotta do is put those blocks around, and we should just have to place a water on each of these. Let me get that out of my hand so I don't keep doing that. And Depth Strider is a huge help right here. I've done it without Depth Strider, and oh my god, it takes forever. This would probably be faster with multiple buckets as well, but we're kind of in an iron crisis right now, so don't have the iron to waste. Now I'm doing this before I build the platforms so that if we fall off the platforms for whatever reason, we got somewhere soft to land. We don't want to go hurting our tootsies. And many of you have probably seen this design or something very similar to it in the past, because it's become one of the most popular and easy to put up early in the game mob farms. I mean, it doesn't have any fancy flying machines or anything like that. We may play around with something with flying machines later on, when we have more resources and when we have some of our bigger projects taken out. Because really the big project that I have on my mind is to start building our cabin. The little house we have right now is fine, it's cute, but it's not the end house I'd like. And I've been holding off on quite a few of the usual projects, you know, like sugarcane farm and pumpkin farm and cactus farm and all that. I've been holding off on those because I'd like to put them in the inside the cabin. I'd like to kind of have a basement level of the cabin with all of the farms, including a much bigger and better cow farm, you know, cactus, pumpkin, melon, a super smelter, probably some sort of mechanical tree farm, something that will automatically bone meal a row of, say, 7 or 8 saplings, and then once those have grown, a comparator should tell a bunch of pistons to come and crush the leaves, which should drop the saplings down into the hoppers that are surrounding the saplings. And then we just walk in and we chop the trees down. I love that design. That design is very good for all of the trees except for dark oak. You cannot do dark oak in it. And spruce is much faster just doing it with a large tree, a 2x2 tree. But yeah, we'll definitely put that in. So we're actually going to be digging this out. It's going to be a 5x5 hole with some signs holding the water blades there, you know, on the diagonals. But first, well, actually first, let's finish with the bucket. Nope, that's not the one I wanted. Alright, so we don't need the infinite water pool anymore. And there we go. no matter where they land in here, they're going to wind up in this 5x5 square. So for the first layer, let's go 1, 2, 3 blocks out from the edge, and we'll go, how many do we want to go up? You know, probably for the first level, we'll want to go start on the 4th block up. And from here, it's just a whole lot of filling in. And the next level will be on the 3rd block up. And it's going to be night, so let's sleep through that. Don't want any creepers dropping in and saying hi. Because they will. Every time. Alright. So I've got a whole bunch of filling in to do. And a whole bunch of stone bricks to do it with. In the past, I have gone ahead and you know, changed out all these blocks so this was all smooth stone. But I found that it didn't really matter. I never found myself coming in here once it was up and operational. So it's 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So I guess I'm going to get to filling these in, leaving a 2-gap space in between each level until I get up to the top. And we'll see you then. Okay, so we're back now. Something rather unfortunate happened. I have about an hour of video that didn't record the actual video. It just recorded the audio, which it's great if I was doing a podcast, but not so good for a video that you guys want to watch. So I guess I'll recap a little bit, and maybe we'll even hop down in here and risk our lives a little bit to take a look at the inner workings and how this thing does what it does. Oh, you see that that right there? That is a graphical glitch. And if you do F3 and A, reloads all the chunks, it makes that look like brand new. Yeah, there we go. Just takes a second. Now let's see, I think it's that one. Alright, so literally all we did was on each of these platforms, maybe I can pop over here and show you. So there's 7 platforms. I wound up going with 7 because I tend to believe that the aesthetic of this... Oh. Come on, new keyboard. Wow. I may end up having to go back to the mechanical. Oh, wait, I know what's wrong. Yeah, no, I was derping real hard. Actually, we'll hold on to that. I was derping real hard during that hour video. There we go. It helps if you have your wings on. So anyway, to recap a little bit of what the ruined video had, I decided to go 7 layers on this, mostly for aesthetics, because that made this the top control room, and Actually, let me hop on the house. And I think that if we kind of round that out a little bit, terraform it a little bit, that'll be a perfect base to a lighthouse. And going up 2 more layers wouldn't have looked as good. I don't need, you know, 100,000 items or anything like that. So seven layers will be more than enough. The mechanism that makes this thing run is a comparator on subtract mode and a string of repeaters on full delay, then looped around just so they come back in a circle and loop back into the comparator. Behind is a block with a lever turned on. That's how you turn this thing on and off. That is a dispenser with an observer block facing up into it. This dispenser doesn't have anything in it. It's just supposed to catch that redstone signal, which makes the observer see that it changed and send a signal down to the dispenser right here. And then that dispenser feeds down into an observer, and it's the same thing. Uh-oh. Please tell me that didn't hurt the water. Please don't mess up the water streams. Alright, I think we're good. Yeah, does that look the same as this side? Yes. Okay, so that's every layer has a dispenser facing up with an observer facing into the dispenser. And then there's a space for the water to go up in, to go in and out of. And that's really all it is. And I guess we'll take a ride all the way to the bottom. I really hope that water stream didn't get messed up. So the in the missed video, or in the corrupted video, actually let me take 1 second and make sure that this video is recording correctly. Yeah, it looks like it is. Okay, good. So let's hop down here. So we showed the water being put around the outside, I believe, in the previous clip. Now, I will just say that if I were to put trapdoors right there under the bottom of each of those platforms, then the only things that would be able to spawn on those platforms would be creepers and spiders. And that's a great way to get a ton of gunpowder. And string is a side effect. I like to just leave it without the trapdoor underneath there, because I want some rotten flesh, I want bone. The rotten flesh is great for trading for emeralds with the cleric villager. And then, of course, the bone meal. The bones turn into bone meal, and we need that. I dug out this massive pit. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. No, no, no. How much of this stuff survived? Yeah, the derpage today has been real. Okay, good. Yeah, this is a little bit of what you missed out on. Holy cow. You know, we may lower this a few. Although I don't believe that will actually help with zombies and skeletons that have feather falling on their boots. So do we have any other surprises in here? No. Well, as you can see, the farm works. We're down here. And stuff just keeps falling. Look at all that. Now we just need to make a collection system for it. So let me fill you in on what I did in the farm, or what I did in the video that got corrupted. I had actually made each one of the platforms as a 11 by 11 by 11. Is that right? No. I made them 8 out from the center, and I should have made them 8 out in all directions, including the center. So 7, so the center, and then 7 blocks. In fact, let's head on over and I'll take a look. What time is it? It's almost sunset, but so let's go down here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, including the center one. So in the video that got corrupted, I actually had to go around and peel one off all 4 sides of all 7 platforms. And unfortunately, at the time, I had been building in here and working my way down, and there were mobs everywhere. I had creepers blow up my observers, I had holes in the platform, the water down at the bottom got screwed up. I was laughing and cursing them at the same time. It would have been super funny if I'd caught it on video, but unfortunately I did not. I got the audio. Maybe I'll save the audio for some special occasion in the future. But yeah, I had to go down each one of these blocks, peel them all back, and it was interesting to say the least. I had a ton of creepers explode on me. Right there. I almost got wrecked a few times. But in the end, I managed to survive. Oh yeah, and then I got all the way up to the top to do my outro. And while I was doing my outro, I almost managed to get killed by a baby drowned. I survived pure madness below. I mean, you know, like 10 spiders and a couple of creepers and a couple of skeletons, a couple of zombies. You know, all of it just kept building up. And somehow I survived that. But that's also why I had the chest plate on. And then I'm standing here, and some little baby drowned just comes and starts popping me. And I almost went down because of it. That would have been hilarious. But anyway, that's the whole machine, really. This can be extended. You can run it around in any pattern you want as long as it stays in one continuous loop. And you can make it so that it only dispenses water once every 3 minutes if you wanted to. I like this speed because it seems to be just about enough time. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22 repeaters on full delay. Seems to be the magic number for me. It seems to be washing them down and then giving them enough time to spawn again and then washing them down. It seems to be a pretty decent time frame. Now, unfortunately, the bad video wound up stealing a whole bunch of time that I would have used, or that, you know, I would have used to make this video longer. Now it's time for a harvest. I've just been doing this occasionally, so I guess I'm gonna have to have this video just be a little bit shorter. Mostly just because, you know, that was an hour that I more or less wasted on video that we'll never see, probably won't see the light of day. Oh, see what I mean about being propelled? Once there's 25 in there. So I'll feed a few, get rid of the water so that they can shoot out their guys. See? Little babies get shot out. And I'll come back over, feed a few more. Let them shoot out. Now let's see if anybody else is in the mood. Come on. There you go. It's your favorite. There. And then let them get shot out. I just, whenever I think of it, I come in here and do that. And so far it's gotten me a couple of stacks plus this couple of stacks and a bunch of leather. So it's a pretty effective farm now that we fixed it. But I think I'm just going to leave this video a little bit short. I mean, short for my videos is long by other people's standards, so I guess it won't matter too much. But I really just have no way of replacing the video that I lost. I hope that I was able to show you enough of the farm so that you can understand how to build it for yourself. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you'd like more in-depth look at it, you can check out Gnembons. I looked it up, and it was a farm that Gnembons designed for Wells Knight on the Hermitcraft server, actually. And it seems to be the status quo at this day and age. It's super simple, not super expensive. It just takes a little bit of time to dig it out. So, until next time, hope everybody has a good time. Hope everybody enjoyed the video. And, you know, if you feel this deserved a like, please feel free to subscribe and leave a like. It's always really appreciated. Thank you, guys.